Is this fragrance from Egypt gonna make my nose ferociously happy? Or will it leave me in denial? Stay tuned. Okay, so I got this little bad boy in the mail about 2 days ago. And what this is a fragrance from a house called Udjat. And this fragrance is called Anubis from the house of Udjat. Now, I got this little thing with this little sample, and basically what this is, so this is gonna be the first time I'm opening it, so we'll kind of read it together. It says, oh, very pretty, kind of like on this gold letter here. So this says, thank you for purchasing this stunning niche perfume. Udjat Fragrances is timeless, genuine collection. A story full of details handcrafted with passion and soul, not with machines. I would love to hear your thoughts or see your picture at Udjat Fragrances. I'll put that up right here for you. With my love, Dr. Youssef Ahmed, www.udjatfragrances.com. Okay, and looks like he signed it. Thank you, with my love, Youssef Ahmed. You can see that there. Awesome. Awesome attention to detail. Thank you, Ahmed, for this, and I'm gonna put that over here on my wall of letters from, perfumers, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so let's talk about Anubis. Now, I had requested from him, he reached out to me and said, hey, I wanna send you a sample. And I said, right now it's springtime in New England, and I'm looking for something a little bit more on the spring, kind of vibes. I understand that this perfume house is from Egypt. I have never smelt fragrances from Egypt before. I've smelt Middle Eastern fragrances. I've smelt French, Italian, all over the world. I have never smelled something from Egypt, so this is gonna be exciting. Let's talk about the notes a little bit. So, listed on Fragrantica. Now, mind you, I don't know if this is legitimate or not, but I'm going off of Fragrantica. It states that the top notes are gonna be grapefruit, saffron, and artemisia. Okay. The middle notes are nutmeg. The middle notes are gonna be nutmeg and Bulgarian rose. The base notes are agar wood, leather, cedar, tonka bean, and amber. Now, as we know, agar wood is, of course, oud. And I love oud. I don't love necessarily wearing it in the springtime, but I do love it. And it can really be a great kind of evening fragrance. It can also sort of be a really nice, something that you wear on a date night, or even on a kind of cold, rainy day like today here in New Hampshire. On the cooler side and a bit rainy, so I'm not, So I think this is one that I'm definitely gonna have to put on skin, because I feel like from the atomizer, it's a little hard to put my finger on. Once again, I've never smelled a fragrance from Egypt, so this is gonna be a new experience for me. And I'm really just gonna give you my opening opinion on this, whether it's something that I enjoy or not, and what I kind of pick up. But I suspect that I'm not really 100% gonna be able to place exactly what the full experience is. So let's go ahead and spray this on. So I'm gonna let this settle for a minute, because this is really pumping. This is strong. This is intense. Now, what's surprising to me is that this is listed as a men's fragrance on Fragrantica. It says Anubis by Udjat is a floral, woody, musky fragrance for men. I would not say that this is a men's fragrance. I think this is perfectly unisex. Okay, it's starting to pull back closer to the skin now. But check this out. You see how oily? Look at that. You can see the sheen on that, how much fragrance oil is in this perfume. Okay, as it's settling down, So as it's settling down, this is definitely playing to me like a very kind of take on a rose oud fragrance. Mind you, I'm not comparing this to these other fragrances, but it's in the style of something along these lines. Something along the lines of an Onyx by Aaron Terrence Hughes, or possibly even Initio's Atomic Rose. Those types of fragrances, that style. This one has a bit more of sweetness, not so dry. I find that sometimes rose oud can be played a little dry. This has more sweetness. This also, you can definitely pick up the saffron. It has sort of this floral, yet almost a little bit of a leathery undertone. You can definitely pick up the tonka bean. The tonka bean is giving it this really nice balanced sweetness, added with that rose and the oud and the leathery notes. You can definitely pick up the amber in it. It's got this sort of like really nice warm ambery vibe. And you can definitely pick up the nutmeg, which is also giving it a little bit of spice. So really what I'm getting from this is spicy rose oud with a touch of amber, some really nice balanced sweetness, a bit of spice, but mostly rose oud. But rose oud, not so much on a dry level, more on, dare I say, a touch gourmand. Now, it's not a gourmand fragrance like you could imagine something that's gonna be edible. But this does give the rose and the oud a sort of gourmand-like touch. The initial opening is gonna be intensely strong. It's really gonna radiate. So really for the first 2 or 3 minutes, this is really gonna sort of push off the skin, maybe be a bit too intense, a bit too kind of like muddled, confusing, maybe might give you the wrong vibe. But after 2 or 3 minutes, this really sort of pulls closer. Mind you, when I say pulls closer, I don't mean that you're not gonna get solid projection. This is going to give you a solid scent bubble. But all that being said, it's beautiful. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Probably one of the best, most wearable rose oud fragrances I've ever smelled. Mind you, for me, rose oud is not something I've always enjoyed for myself. To me, it leans a bit more feminine. Although I would say if I were to go with a rose oud fragrance, I would go more towards the Initio side. Although I love Aaron Terrence Hughes' rose oud fragrances. He does amazing with, he does amazing work with oud, and his rose and oud fragrances are beautiful. I've tried Onyx, I've tried Onyx Air. They're both masterpieces. But this is really special. Like I said, leans just a scotch gourmand. It's just really nice. Like I said, perfectly unisex. Has sort of like the ability to, you know, feel a bit masculine, but also has the sweetness and the floral accords that can really be great with a feminine, that really works well with a feminine nature. It's just gorgeous. I love this fragrance. The longer I smell it, the longer I sniff it, it really is just gorgeous. Off top, like I said, it was like, this is strange to me. This is not what I'm used to. I guess maybe mentally I was thinking Egyptian fragrance, maybe something so out of left field, but the more I'm smelling it, the more I feel familiar with it. This is a really good one. It's really good. What can I say? This shocked me. It really did. It shocked me. But if I were to rate my initial experience of this fragrance, I don't know what to, this is blowing my mind right now. I'm gonna give it an 8.4. This is an 8.4 out of 10. Thank you for sending me this, Dr. Youssef. Thank you so much for sending me this. This is amazing. All the way from Egypt. This is really special. I need a whole bottle of this. So if you're watching, send me a bottle so I can do a full review of this. And I could wear this bad boy because this is nice. Anyway, I love you guys so much. And as always, have a fragrant state of mind.
Yeah.